Peacemaker Season 2 is finally here, so here are all of my thoughts on the episode, including my review and my thoughts on the cameos, retcons, and theories for the future. And by the way, I will be covering spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen it yet, save this video and come back later, and even if you have, make sure you follow, because I'll be covering each episode each week, so let's get into it. And first, James Gunn wasted no time addressing the elephant in the room. Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad originally took place in the DCEU, but James Gunn pretty quickly switched that up by just turning the Justice League cameo into a Justice Gang cameo. And like shot for shot too, they got the same lineup. They even had the banter between Green Lantern and Hawkgirl the same way Aquaman and The Flash gave their banter in the first season. I will say I was a little disappointed that Superman and Mr. Terrific didn't get cameos, just because it would have been easy for them to shoot it while shooting Superman. But hey, James Gunn said there's a lot of cameos planned, so I'm still holding out hope. And honestly, this was the perfect move. There's no reason to complicate things by having Peacemaker go through a portal into the DCU when the show or the Suicide Squad was never really connected to the DCEU, so just say it was always part of it. And addressing it very quickly and clearly right now, rather than us having to rely on interviews with James Gunn where he said, oh yeah, just ignore the Justice League part. Now getting into the actual meat and potatoes of the episode, we are immediately reintroduced to the 11th Street Kids and see where they each are at in life. It seems that after Adebayo blew the whistle on Task Force X at the end of Season 1, they are all trying to pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives because they were all involved in it. Even after saving the world, Peacemaker is still villainized and feels like he has nothing. Hardcore can't get a job because of her involvement. And Economos, who did manage to pull off a job, still is being put in between his job and Peacemaker, his friend. And these personal conflicts are giving me exactly what I want from this season. These very personal conflicts. No more world-saving events. This season should have strong themes and continue the streak we've been on of superhero projects that have something to say. And by the way, the bar fight with Hardcore was so good. I loved the way it was shot and all the action. But of course, the biggest thing that happened in this episode was Peacemaker's transport to the alternate universe where everything is going well for him. My theories here is that this season of the show seems to be pulling a lot of inspiration from The Boys, not just because of that one scene that was very reminiscent of that one episode, or the way that some of the action is shot with more blood and gore, but I think these two characters, his father and his brother, are going to be very Homelander-esque. What I mean by that is that the public may perceive them to be these great superheroes, but we still saw from the little bit we got of them that they're still not good people. Like, sure, Augie might love his son in this universe, which is better than ours, but he's still clearly the same guy as in our universe. But I am still fascinated to see what will happen now that... And I think this is a great place for him to continue Peacemaker's character arc that was started in the first season, where he really doesn't want to kill people anymore. You could tell he was genuinely upset by him killing this alternate universe version of himself. And I can tell you right now that even if these two don't end up being like Homelander, they're definitely going to be more Punisher than Daredevil, and it's going to cause some conflict between them when Peacemaker inevitably doesn't want to have to kill someone. But overall, while this episode might not have been anything crazy, it was kind of exactly what I needed. It reintroduced me to the 11th Street Kids, where they're all at, and it set up what I think will be more of a slow burn type season, which is something I'm totally okay with to allow these character arcs and personal conflicts to develop properly. And it left me incredibly excited for the rest of the season. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you thought of this episode, and don't forget to follow for more.